Welcome to Sports News. Super Eagles captain Vincent Inyama has made the final shortlist for the African Player of the Year award. The Lille of France shot stopper will compete with current African Footballer of the Year Yaya Toure of Pt.4 and Gabonese striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang for the most prestigious individual award on the continent. He becomes the first goalkeeper to make the final three in the African Footballer of the Year award in more than 2 decades. Nigeria forward Nsofor plans to revive his career in Spain following the expiration of his contract at Russian club Locomotiv Moscow this month. Reports say the 27-year-old Nsofor is now mulling a move to Spain as a free agent after his contract with Locomotiv lapsed recently. Chelsea's bid to retain their place at the top of the Premier League kicks off a full Boxing Day program in England. The Blues, who have a 3-point lead over Manchester City, host 4th place West Ham United. And Liverpool will visit a struggling Burnley with manager Brendan Rodgers hoping for a resurgence, while champions Manchester City will visit West Brom and Arsenal host Queen's Park Rangers. A former Atlanta Hawks and Detroit Pistons small forward Josh Smith has confirmed he will join the Houston Rockets. Though the Rockets haven't announced the move, the 29-year-old told media in the United States that he is looking forward to playing with close friend and former AAU teammate Dwight Howard. And that's in the sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
On the foreign scene, the deadly Ebola virus crisis in Sierra Leone has cancelled Christmas celebrations. For some people, the government has declared a lockdown of at least 3 days in the north of the country to try to contain the epidemic. Timi Tokwe Fangbemi has more on this and other stories on the foreign scene.
Sierra Leone's northern district of Port Loko, the area with the highest rate of Ebola transmission, has declared a 3-day lockdown over Christmas as it seeks to contain the disease spread. Officials say shops, markets and non-Ebola related travel services will be shut down. Sierra Leone has already banned many public Christmas celebrations. Still in Africa, there has been an attack on the main African Union military base near Mogadishu Airport in Somalia. Al-Shabaab militants claimed responsibility for the attack. The African Union has over 20,000 troops in the country to help the Somali government battle Al-Shabaab. Away from Africa, U.S. officials say the Jordanian plane that crashed in Syria was not shot down by Islamic State militants. The plane was lost in IS territory on Wednesday morning and the pilot has been captured. IS militants said that they shot down the plane with a heat-seeking missile. However, the United States says evidence clearly indicates that this is not true. Finally, Sony Pictures' controversial comedy The Interview has opened in some U.S. cinemas and online after a cyber attack and threats to moviegoers over its release. Sony had originally pulled the film about a fictional plot to kill North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, but it reconsidered after critics, including U.S. President Barack Obama, said freedom of expression was under threat. And those are some of the top stories on the foreign scene.
Thanks a lot, Timi Tokwe. Now to Christmas around the world. Pope Francis delivered his traditional Christmas Day blessing from St. Peter's Square in the Vatican. In his second Urbi et Orbi to the city and the world address, the Pope highlighted the plight of victims of war, notably in Syria and in Iraq. He also called for peace in the Middle East and urged dialogue in conflicts from Ukraine to Nigeria. While the Pope is calling for peace in Iraq, displaced Christians there say Christmas no longer feels the same, even though they also attended church services to pray for peace in the coming year. In Bethlehem, hundreds also attended morning mass prayers in the town revered by Christians as the birthplace of Jesus, the Latin Patriarch of Jerusalem. Archbishop Fuad Twal led the prayers. In Bangladesh, Christians celebrated Christmas by attending a church ceremony in Dhaka. They also prayed for peace and unity in the majority Muslim country. A few countries refer to the holiday as Family Day, including Angola and Uruguay. Christmas is a feast essential to the Christian liturgical year and is prepared for by the season of Advent or Nativity fast and is prolonged by the octave of Christmas and the season of the Christmastide. Popular modern customs of the holiday include gift giving, Christmas music, caroling, an exchange of Christmas cards, church services, a special meal, and the display of various Christmas decorations. And the main news again. Christians all over the world have celebrated Christmas. Here in Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, in his message at a Christmas service in Abuja, called for prayers against insecurity and asked politicians to guard against inciting utterances. Nigerians have marked Christmas in various parts of the country with people calling for peace and unity. Sierra Leone has banned public Christmas celebrations and declared a 3-day lockdown in the north of the country in efforts to contain the Ebola epidemic. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas and enjoy the rest of the holiday.